So one of the training drills that we usually do in the dojo is to take two kata and kind of stitch them together. This is called amalgamation, and it works especially well for the Pinan forms. So if you take the likes of Pinan Shodan, Pinan Nidan and Pinan Yodan, they have a similar MUSN. And the same is true for Pinan Sandan and Pinan Godan. So what you can do is you can build up a drill and say, well, if I'm moving along the compass points, north, south, east and west, then I'll do the movements from Pinan, say, Nidan. If I'm moving along the diagonals, I'll do those movements from Pinan Shodan. So we're kind of mixing those two kata together. And of course you can do that the other way around. So along the compass points you'll be working on Shodan, and along the diagonals you'll be working on Nidan. And you can mix any of those kata. You can do Nidan and Yodan, you could do Sandan and Godan. Okay, and the idea is just to see how these katas blend together and how you can stitch different movements together. So once you've been through the performance of those forms, you can start to look at the applications and see how stitching certain movements together can come up with new applications. So we're just going to run through a couple of examples of that. The first one is from Pinan Nidan to Pinan Shodan. Okay, so you go along the diagonals, you've got this Gidan Brai and the step through punch from Nidan, then you move into Pinan Shodan for the Sotuki, the Maigeri and the Gakazuki. Okay, so we're going to work on this one. Stuart's going to put up a barrier and my target's the head. Okay, so I'm going to zone out 45 degrees, use my lead hand for the Gidan Brai to control the limb and to provide an opening. Then I'm going to step through and exploit that opening and start putting my punches in. Okay. Now Stuart's got a couple of options you can do here. First one is to lift the hand up and try to stop me impacting the head. Okay, like this. Secondly, this arm here, he's got a couple of options here as well. Probably the most natural one is to try and pull back. Okay, so if I'm pulling in one direction, he's going to want to resist that. All right. So if I'm here, I can seize hold of this barrier, and as he pulls back, I can let go, which will spring him off. All right. And if I continue to use the movements from Pinan Shodan at that point, so as he pulls back, I can bar the arm. Now this is the preparation movement for the Sotuki. All right. Then for the so-called block itself, I'm going to take the hair, pull back from here. Okay. Then the Maigeri is into the knee, buckle the knee, and then punch to finish. Okay. Just one more time from there. Barriers up. Gidan Brai to pull down and create an opening, step through and start impacting the head. Okay, you might put a barrier up and seize that barrier. As he starts to pull back with his hand, let go, take the hair, kick the knee joint, and then punch to finish. Okay. Another option Stuart's got there, I'm putting these in. You can still put this barrier up, all right, but rather than pulling back with his hand, he may just want to spin right out of it this way. Okay. So as I'm coming in from here, as he tries to spin out, all I need to do is just step across from here and use his arm to guard, slide down his arm and just do exactly the same thing again. So from here, block, kick and punch, okay? So depending on what response Stu gives me, I just do exactly the same movement, alright? So we'll just go through those two again. So first one, pull down, impact in, okay, the barrier comes up, he tries to pull away here, just from here, kick and punch, alright? And the second one, I'll pull the barrier down and punch it in. This time just trying to spin out. As he does so, I just cover from here, slide down, same again, block, kick and punch to finish. Okay? There's just a couple of movements from how Nidan and Shodan stuck together can be quite effective.